Kul am wa antum bi khair. Eid Mubarak, and blessings of this gathering coming up. Today, the day of Eid, the day of celebration for the Muslims everywhere in the world. The moon has been sighted, the new moon, the Hilal, has been sighted for the month of Shawwal, thereby ending the month of Ramadan. Many of us, when we come to Islam, we don't realize that we gauge, as Muslims, the nights. When the sun goes down, that's when the new month will start. So it's Eid, it's Shawwal. And so we begin to congratulate each other, and we say Eid Mubarak. From Adha, to gather, return back together, to share Islam together, and to really focus on families, friends, relatives, bringing together all human beings. Anyone can come and celebrate with us if they like. We don't want to specifically say you're this kind of Muslim or that kind of Muslim, and we don't need to stop people from coming and enjoying with us. This is a very special day for all of us. So open your doors, open your minds, and open your hearts, and celebrate together this Eid. Eid Mubarak. And Mubarak, it means blessings. Barakah, blessings of Allah. So we ask this day to be a special day for you and all of your family. Now, we're going to take a look at something I want to share with you. Take a look now. You can do this on your computer. Watch this. You'll be able, with our 2eads.com, you'll be able, subhanAllah, to enjoy so many goodies. Watch this. These are some of the extras that we have for Eid. The Eid celebration, the news, what's going on with different places in Virginia and Boston and so on, Saudi Arabia. You can click right here and watch and see. We have a checklist for Eid too. You might want to know some of the things that we need to do for Eid. Well, first of all, wake up and wake your family up for the Fajr prayer. That's mandatory any single day. Don't forget it on Eid. Then say the morning adhkar of Allah. This is to make dhikr to Allah. You can just check this off and you can read it. Then wash up like you're going to take a bath and everything, called ghusl. And then use the natural toothbrush if you have one, the siwak or miswak. Wear your best garments. Oh yeah, you want to dress up, look really, you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Apply the perfume or the nice smelling things. Beautify yourself, as our Prophet ﷺ said, Allah is beautiful, He loves what's beautiful. Eat some dates. Be sure you eat now, because Eid, you're supposed to eat. It's the opposite of Ramadan. You don't eat after the Fajr, but today you will. And so eat some dates. Then be sure to purify your intention. Oh, and remember ibtisam. What is ibtisam? It means to smile. And there's some words you can think of that'll make you smile, like smile. Smile makes you smile. Think of that. Mile, smile a mile. There, huh? Now, in Arabic, we have some great words that make me smile. Tawheed, that makes you smile even more than smile. Smile, mile, okay? Say this, Tawheed, that means monotheism, the one God. Tawheed, another word that you might like to know after you learn about Tawheed, the oneness of God, is to learn about the recitation of the Quran, and that's called Tajweed. See that, it does that? Tajweed, Tawheed, mashallah. So you got a big smile on your face, okay? Then bring joy to others in your surroundings, no matter what. Be happy. Bring happy thoughts. Don't talk about the news. Don't talk about the bad things. Don't discuss anything, hurt anybody's feelings. Oh, did you hear about so-and-so? No. Leave that off. Good stuff. Good stuff. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ said, Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir yaqulu khayra aw yasmut. The one who believes in Allah on the last day, either say good or be silent. Okay, next after that is to enter the masjid and be quiet when you go in, and walk in on your right foot, if you can remember to do that. And there's a dua for that. You can click right here on 2eads.com and get all of this. There are some Eid takbirs that you want to say. after the salah. Did you know that? Yeah, you want to see what those are? Just click it. Go to twoeids.com, and then you'll be able to find out. Greet the Muslims and the brothers and sisters and say Salam Alaikum. If you know how to say that, good. If you're just learning, take your time. Salam will work. And then as you get more and more experience, and maybe some of you are born Arabs, maybe you already know the things to say, Kul am wa antum bi khayr. Barakallah fikum. These things are nice to say because you're asking for blessings to be on a person. Then, whatever route you take to go to the masjid for the gathering, take another route to go home. And don't forget to do the Eid Salah. Now, you know how in Jummah on Friday, they always have the khutbah and then the Salah. Is that right? The khutbah, the speech, comes first, right? The sermon. And then? Then the Salah. But this is going to be reversed. In Eid, they're going to do the Salah first. So if they say 7 o'clock, don't come at 7:01, you already missed something. You got to be there because the Salah is there. Then there'll be a speech afterwards. On Jummah Day, on Friday, you have to stay and you have to sit and be quiet because you're there for the speech. The reverse is true for Eid. You're there for the Salah first and foremost. But it's not mandatory Salah. Remember, Fajr is mandatory. Be sure you pray your Fajr. Now, we got something special about the Salah. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but let's finish the list. Then, perform the Zakat Al-Fitr. Before the Salah, pay the Zakat Al-Fitr. And some of the masjids in America, they're saying just give a $10 bill for each person in your family. That's up to you. I just want to let you know, if you want to measure it out, so many sa for each person, that you will give like rice, barley, grain, and so on. I go down to the grocery store and I buy a box of Wheaties, Cheerios, or something like that and give those out and equal that out, but Allahu Alam. Anyway, then there's the sacrifice. You want to prepare an animal. If you can, if you have an animal, if you have access to go to the farm and do this, you would like to do it, that's fine. Or you can buy an animal, you can have someone take care of it for you, prepare everything so that you can give 1/3 of the meat to the poor, 1/3 of the meat to share with your families, and then 1/3 for your own family, mashallah. That's how that works. Now I'm going to come back to what I told you. Something special about tomorrow, or today actually. We're in Eid, aren't we? So today, it's Friday. This is Yawmul Jummah. This is the day we normally pray the Jummah Salah, right? Except that when it's Eid day, and you prayed the Eid, then you don't have to pray the Jummah Salah. You still have to pray Dhuhr. Don't get me wrong. But you don't have to go to the masjid, guys, and you don't have to perform the Jummah in the masjid. If they have it, some masjids won't even have it tomorrow or today. I keep saying it because I haven't quite gone for Eid myself yet. So here's the deal. When it's Eid on Jummah, you pray the Eid Salah, then it's not required that you do the Jummah, but you will still pray your 4 rak'ah for Dhuhr. Got it? Okay. Just so you know. Now, when the Imam says Allahu Akbar, right? Then you're supposed to be lined up and pray with him. Now, most Imams, they're not going to say Allahu Akbar, all that, because it's not a part of the Sunnah of the Prophet. You just have to know when the Imam stands up, he's ready to pray. You better get up and pray. That's why I said go early, go early, go early. So many times people miss because they keep thinking the khutbah is first. It's not. It's afterwards, and you don't even have to stay for it. All right. So when he says Allahu Akbar, Imam said Allahu Akbar, right? He's going to say it again. What? Allahu Akbar. You'd be like, what happened? Then he's going to say it again. Allahu Akbar. And you're going to be like, wait a minute. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. A total of 7, and then the next one 6, or counting the first one, there will be 8 and then 7, inshallah. And if the Imam doesn't do it, don't worry about it, because it's a sunnah that if it's not done, it doesn't cancel anything, doesn't make a problem. But just be ready for that, because this is the time of Eid, and it's a celebration. It's a little bit different than what you're used to, probably. All right? Now, the next thing, when the Salah is completed, it's just 2 rak'ah. When it's completed, you'll hear people start to chant something. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. Now there's another part that'll go along with that. Some of the Arabs like to do that, but it's not from the Sunnah, but people enjoy singing it, and that goes on Allahu Akbar Kabira and so on. So when you hear that, I'm not trying to teach you something that you don't need to know, but just so when you hear it, it's okay. You can join along. Usually they pass out some paper that has the words on there. And if you can't read Arabic, sometimes they even put transliteration to English. And that's all part of the Eid Salah. You have a good time and enjoy. And then after a little bit of reciting that, you'll see the Imam, he will stand up in Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. He'll say that a bunch of times, and then he'll begin to tell you about some of the things that I just spoke about for Eid, and then he'll go on and tell you some more and share with you. And inshallah, you got all of that? Now let's go back to the website, take a look. Go back to the website and take a look with me now. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the home page so you can see some of the things that are going on. The celebrations in the USA, what's happening, the Eid checklist that we just saw over there, and what is Eid. Let's get the definition for it, all right? And then we'll talk about the questions that go along with this. What to do in Eid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, what about the Eid prayer? And about that I just told you about. It's all right here, okay? And what's not permissible in the celebration? Oh, you better read that one too. The Zakat Al-Fitr. What about that? There's the details and what's the wisdom behind it. Now, what's the etiquettes of the sacrifice, the biha, of the animal? Be sure you know about this. This is very, very important, and I want you to be sure you have everything. Okay, then at the top of the page, you see the checklist, which we just saw. Now the questions. Here are some of the questions that brothers and sisters have been asking us over the years. And if you'll add more, we'll have something to update, won't we? And then here's the extras. This is where you can see the videos, the broadcasting, what's going on in different places in the world right now with Eid. All right? Now, how can you get some of this to take home with you? Well, we have it at shareislam.com. And I want to tell you about shareislam.com. And we're going to do that right now. Here it is. This is shareislam.com. And some of you might have visited before, but we updated it. Take a look at this. Watch. What's Islam? What's Islam gives us everything we need to know about the basics of Islam and how to share it with other people. Then what about the Tawheed, the monotheism of Islam? Well, that's where God, Allah, comes in. And you want to be sure and share that information. Another big subject in Islam is Allah's Quran. Find out about it right here. Everything you wanted to know about the Quran is right here on our network. Then the Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What would you like to know about him, what people said and why they said it, what he said, and then what should you say? Islam's women, oh, that's a big subject, a lot of controversy too. I want you to know about it on Share Islam. Let's take a look too at science in Islam. What about the science in Islam? Is there really something coming from Islam that's helped us to know more about the science and medicine we use today? Oh, and what about jihad? I'm scared. Jihad, a sword. Wait a minute. Read it, read it, read it before you go out and get weapons and go crazy. This is the real story of real jihad. Now let's move forward. What about the Bible? Did you know that the Muslims believe in the original Bible? And what did it really say? You can find out right here. Now, and this is the one we like to wrap up with, Islam questions. You know we have our program right here at Guidance TV about the questions that people have in Islam. And I want to talk to you about that for just a second. One of the things that we're finding that a lot of people spend a lot of time on the internet, the social networks, Facebook, YouTube, and they think that they're getting proper knowledge and they're sharing and talking to each other, asking each other questions, trying to give answers. All of this could be very seriously wrong, even forbidden in Islam, because it isn't permissible for us to talk about something we don't really know, we haven't studied it and it's like a doctor who spent many years and got a degree, many degrees maybe, and he's doing surgical operations and performing medical procedures. Yet somebody else comes along and says, well, I have a stethoscope and I have an apron on I can wrap up, and I'll just go in here and pretend I'm a doctor. And that's basically what a lot of us are trying to do. We're pretend imams, pretend scholars, pretend shuyukh. It doesn't work, guys. Go to the sources, please, please, please. If you have questions, come to Guide Us TV. We have live question and answers every Monday night. Be sure you know about that. And in the meantime, go to this website, Just Ask Islam, or islamquestions.com, and that's where you can get the answers you need. Let's move forward now. I want to tell you about the ways that you can share Islam with others. And this is not a commercial because we don't make money. This is all for donation so that people can keep doing this with us, sharing with us. These are audios and DVDs that we have about what's Islam, who is God, priests and preachers who've entered Islam. Many of my friends who were priests or pastors, ministers who've come to Islam, and what they've said and how you can actually hear their own voices tell you the story. The 9 points of the Shahada, this is a beautiful audio that we have made down in South Carolina a long time ago. Then Arabic and English, how to learn the Arabic language, learning from the English you already know. So those are some of the things, but now let's come to this one, and I want to tell you about this. You know, I'm holding something right here. I want you to take a look at it. You know what that is, right? That's a translation of the Quran. This translation of the Quran is the one that we're sending out to everybody right now, and we have so many of those, and this is how you can get one. We're going to take a short break. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back after this, and inshallah, Allah accept from all of us for Eid. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Assalamu alaikum. We're here. We're ready to start loading and unloading. We've got a 20,000 piece load here on 5 pallets. These Qurans are all part of the shipment coming in to go out in Ramadan. You can be part of this. Stay tuned to find out how. Let's get started. Right now, what's in the box? These are the small Qurans that we're going to be mailing out. We have over 22,000. These are the ones that we're going to be mailing out. This is what we're doing. MashaAllah, and as you can see, we have over 20,000. MashaAllah. And Ramadan. Let's do this in Ramadan. We say get guided with Guide Us TV, but the real guidance is from Allah, especially the Quran. And Allah said about the Quran, Hudil lil muttaqin, it is the guidance for all mankind. And the last prophet of mankind, he came with a message to worship one God without any partners. And that's all in the Quran. But how are the people going to get the Quran? Well, that's where Guide Us TV comes in. We put it on the air all the time. We have kids reciting all the time. And we've also got 22,000 Qurans to mail out in Ramadan. I want you to join me and get the reward for that. Before Eid comes, we need to get these distributed, get them out, get people to understand and know what is Islam. And the best guidance is in the Book of Allah. And we've got plenty of them here. And you've seen them. You know what we're talking about? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And let's all get guided with Guide Us TV. Eid Mubarak, and welcome back. We are right here on Guide Us TV, and here it is. That's right. Eid is all about Islam, and Islam is coming from the Quran. And I want to tell you about that right now, how people can get a free Quran. These are the Qurans that we're mailing out right here in my hand. You see that? All right, now watch. I'm going to take you back over and look at a website that we've got. The website is called Share Islam, and it has a free Quran right on it. All they have to do, give them this website address, all right, and then shareislam.com, and you see where it says free Quran right on it. Then fill in the name. Watch me, okay? My name is Yusuf Estes, all right? Email, we'll put contact at Share Islam. Of course, you have to put your own email, okay? Then put your address, wherever you live, 1234 Main Street, okay? And then anywhere, and the state of confusion. No, I'm just kidding. And in the United States, zip code is very important, 77017. That's a Texas zip code. And then if you would like to leave a message, you can say Bismillah, Salam Alaikum, like this, if you know how to spell it. There you go. And then tell us, thanks for the free Quran, like that. And then anything you want to say, how can we get one in English or Arabic? Like that. Okay, that's a good question. And then when you send your request, this will automatically send it out to us. And then you see where it says question, email us here. See that? Phone, there's our 24-hour phone. Now, it's automated, so sometimes there won't be a live person answering it, but it will give us your message and we can get back to you. There are requests for free Quran for non-Muslims, support for distribution of the Quran, and also support to free-to-air Dawah satellite TV channel. Okay, what that is going to take you to this. That's Donate to Islam. This is how you can support our projects and what we're doing and help us make great programs, all right? So right now it's featured the Quran. So if you go there right now and want to know what's a staff pick, I got some very good news for you. Take a look. We had a goal in phase 1 of $25,500 because that is what it costs to send out one-fourth of the 22,000 Qurans that we have. And alhamdulillah, as of just before Ramadan ended tonight, or last night, yeah, remember we measure by when the sun goes down. Just before the sun went down, we got the full 25,500, and then someone gave us a very large check afterwards. May Allah reward them and their family, where I went to eat, mashallah, and so we went over the top. We're so thrilled that we were able to do that on this one project. Phase 2, we will have the similar amount, and then phase 3, it'll be 25,900, and that the reason for it to be higher is because we made it so that we didn't have everything all at one time, because it's actually 22,000 times 5. You can do the math and see why it's a lot. So we did it in phases, and we can get them all distributed. Okay? So anyway, you can watch right there and see how our programs work. You can hear us talk about it. We'll have to make a new video because Ramadan is over, but the phase 2 will have a new video. It tells you here what it costs us for the mailers and for the shipping labels and everything. It's a total of $4.89 each, and then there's for the postage, and then there's about another $2.17 for the mailers and the shipping labels and the toner, etc. Okay? So anyway, that's that. Now let's go back to another one. I'll show you how this works. You can also support our Guide Us TV programs. We have the children's programs, Guide Us Kids. This is a very important project. I want you to know about it. We have a $40,000 goal. We need to work on it now so we can have these great programs for children. And that is a $40,000 goal, and we've already raised $2,400 on that, and without us really promoting it too much. Then, as we said, the Free Quran Project. Our websites, we have many, 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 many websites, not the least of which is a very beautiful website called Recite Quran. Let's take a quick look at it, just so you can get an idea about it. This one, we actually teach you how to read. We're using English, but we also have in Chinese and other languages. That's right, even Spanish. You can find it right there on Recite the Quran, recitequran.com. If you want to go to the website and look at it, you can sure do that. I need to move forward, though. The online broadcasts that we have and the satellite broadcasting, all of what we're doing, and you can take a look here. See this? That's how you can find out what we're doing. What about zakat for dawah? All right, yes. Zakat for dawah in America, this is approved by some scholars because they said that right now we have some of our own people who don't even know how to get the message out, and Islam is under attack. So this is something that support for this is very important. In any case, and I want to come back to this real important thing, is you can help people get the Quran in their home anytime, not just in Ramadan, but anytime. And we're happy to mail these out. Whether you donate or not, that's not the issue. The issue is let's get the message out to the people. And finally, let's come back to our website that we said, Share Islam, and the 2 Eids, and you can go to 2eids.com. That's 2eids.com to find out more about this wonderful way of life, the way of life called Al-Islam. And we ask Allah to accept from all of us. And let's do it one more time. I say, Kul am wa antum bi khair. Kul am wa antum bi khair. Kul am wa antum bi khair. Kul am. And this, we ask Allah, this is one way, and Eid Mubarak, we say Eid Kareem. Some people say that it's just so that you're giving expressions of sharing and making people feel good, because it's a day, a wonderful day, to feel good about who you are, what you are, and where you are, and who you're with. That's what Eid is about. May Allah accept from you and from us and all the believers everywhere our Eid. Ameen. Jazakum Allah khair. Qul am wa anta bi khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And get guided with Guidance TV.